Starfield news, updates, cope, and major concerns. Yeah, that seems about right, honestly.
Where in the world are you going? So yes,
That's
we have this
normal.
one right here. Why are updates coming so slowly for Starfield? That's the big question. And I do have an official update about those updates because yeah, some things are happening and it looks like
Hey, at least they're getting an update why the updates of the updates are coming in so slowly. At least it's something. Honestly, that's more than I would expect from Bethesda.
we could be getting an update to Starfield within a matter of days. I'll explain that in just a moment.
Years. Years.
And also, we've got to talk about some concerning news from Microsoft. They're really going all in with AI technologies for game development. We have
Good!
some concerns from voice actors because it seems like, yeah, this
I hate voice actors. Good. The less we have them, the better I feel. The less we also have writers, the better I feel. Ask ChatGPT to write an interesting Starfield mission. It's gonna do it way better than anything in this game. Unironically, it's crazy.
technology is going to be used to develop AI driven voice work for NPCs, for dialogue, that sort of thing. That is extremely concerning. We'll talk about it. Also, yeah, some modders come forward and talk about the modding scene for Starfield. And someone discovered something very cool about Bosco, what you can actually do with command prompts. But yeah, check this out right here. So yes, it's that time of year again. The holidays are right around the corner. And thankfully, I have a way for you guys to save lots of
A
money and
sponsor!
time and get free breakfast for life. So what in the world
Okay, free breakfast. There's only one free breakfast thing that I will not call a blatant scam.
are you talking about, Robbie? Well, I'm talking about HelloFresh, the ultimate meal kit.
And HelloFresh is like the number one shittiest way to spend your money if you want to buy food. I don't know about you, America, but I can go to my gas station for 30 days in a row, driving there, spending gas, and then just buying 2 packs of gas station pre-made meal kits, and I'm gonna save more money on that than on buying HelloFresh. Okay, this is I don't know. I don't even know what purpose it serves. But good one on Open World Gaming for getting a sponsor from HelloFresh. Happy for him. Use his code. He does provide us with that Starfield goodness, so go support him.
By the way, special thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. All right, so yeah, let's get into this. The big question is, why are updates coming so slowly? We have this one posted right here by Sheree, who says, I'm just wondering, there are still so many bugs and needed improvements, but updates are incredibly slow. I thought after
Ask the modders. That's what Bethesda's gonna tell you. Ask the free stupid labor. Ask the idiots who are throwing their lives away, modding the game for no reason.
release, they would turn out updates to fix issues like there's no tomorrow, but Bethesda is taking it very slow, and the few updates that came out only did very little. Are mods the reason? It really does.
Imagine playing a Bethesda game, getting a field of vision slider after 3 months, and after it's like the fourth or fifth game where they don't add a field of vision slider and everyone's pissed, and then they collapse and add it after like a half a year. And then you have the gall to ask, well, where are the other updates? Bruh, I'm amazed that Bethesda even did a day one patch that was probably like one bug fix or something like that. It's crazy that they honestly even did that much, because Bethesda just releases a game and there you go. Unless it's Fallout 76, they're never gonna fix a single bug. Unless there's a cash shop attached to the game, they're never fixing anything. And even then, they're probably fixing only bugs that are related to the cash shop. So yeah, I don't understand what these Bethesda fanboys are actually in search for.
It does seem like Bethesda has a habit of really relying on modders, the modding scene, to fix some of the critical issues. Of course, we can go to the back end of Starfield, the Steam database here, and see that, yes, more recently we have the beta update 2 hours ago, dev tech and QA staging, main debug, and
What? This was already like a week back or 2 weeks back. We saw someone. I think it was Open World Games who also talked about this. They're hard at work, boys. No, probably someone is just probably someone is just pressing the save button every couple of days or hours or whatever, so it looks like that.
Staging main have both been updated as of today, meaning something is imminent. Now, when you see the beta being updated in the back end, we do know that we are going to be getting an update beta release for DLSS support, and you'll be able to try that in the back end. They're going to apparently be doing more of this, it seems, where you can test out the updates before.
Bro, I love Starfield and lasers. Look at this.
This
You see this? It is so blatantly visible. Every laser is just cut off. It's so dumb. I absolutely hated this when I was playing Starfield. The fact that you can notice this. You don't need to concentrate and look for these small issues because Starfield has so many of them. And every time you're getting shot with a laser, well, you're probably going to slowly start to notice this. Even people with the lower perceptions are going to start to slowly notice this. And it's going to start to drive you crazy.
Seems where you can test out the updates before they're fully released. Now, this upcoming update will also have quality of life improvements. They haven't given us a full list of patch notes. I really do hope that they provide that so we can see exactly what's going on there. But yeah, considering that they did announce previously that the beta update is coming this week, for those of you that are through Steam, we'll be able to go in there, or on PC, I should say, we'll be able to go in there and be able to choose the beta branch and test it out for yourself and give feedback on what you're experiencing. So I'm curious to see how this actually works out within the community. Now, very big discussion right now in the gaming industry is this one right here from Star Wars to Starfield. Voice actors hit out at Microsoft's AI decision. If you want to start a voice acting career, don't bother. That's kind of gut-wrenching to hear them say this. Now, let's get into exactly what has happened recently with this. It goes on to say this from GamesRadar.com. Says Microsoft has introduced its latest AI efforts, which are capable of generating character dialogue, and it's got voice actors fearing for the future of the industry. And I say rightfully so, of course. Now, on November 6th, Microsoft announced it had partnered with In-World AI to develop an AI toolset for its studios that will empower creators in dialogue, story, and quest design. Now, the new toolset will help developers generate things like scripts, dialogue.
Now, this is very actually cool and good in general. Admittedly, since it's done by Bethesda, I have absolutely no hopes for it being actually good. But in general, this is the future of gaming, okay? I don't know, in a couple of years, we're already going to start to actually see games like Starfield, but good. And they're going to be very much AI-driven, you know? You're not going to see so many reskins of the same thing on every planet. Dialogue is going to be auto-generated, and it's going to be good. We are slowly moving in this direction. And I think the peak of, by the way, this game design will probably be MMOs. MMORPGs. Where the AI will upgrade the world every, 2 weeks, every month or something, based on what players have done, and then the world changes along that. And that's gonna be amazing if it happens. So that would be good. Or even a single-player game. Imagine Fallout New Vegas, right? Already hot, I know, I'm getting moist already. It is what it is. Imagine that. Fallout New Vegas, but instead of you seeing how the Mojave changes after you finish the game and you get the slideshow, you see that over time happening when after those decisions happen, and you get to play in those decisions and the aftermath in your decisions. Destroy the Brotherhood of Steel, see what happens. Empower the Brotherhood of Steel, see what happens. Destroy the Fiends, see what happens. Destroy the NCR. What was the fort in the airstrip, air landing thing? I forgot its name. Destroy that. Don't destroy the Fiends. There's an outcome for that also. I know that because I am absolutely pure evil when I play Fallout games, okay? I didn't even actually spare the Fiends on intent. I just kind of missed their leaders, and that's kind of it. But yeah, if you destroy this NCR and you leave the Fiends alive, That's not a good scenario for the hobby, trust me. Okay? And imagine you do this, you reach the thresholds, and the game changes. This is what AI can do. That would be amazing.
Trees, quests, character dialogue, and more threatening roles in the industry like writers and voice actors. Understandably, some voice actors have already voiced how problematic this could be. And you know what?
I I don't I want the Starfield voice actors and writers and everyone being replaced and deleted. That's my dream.
It makes me think about how unstable this industry is, even when things are going extremely well. Look at Fortnite, had 40 million concurrent players more recently, and they still laid off a ton of people, which in my opinion is just inexcusable. Figure it out. There's no reason.
What do you mean inexcusable? It's a company. Of course it's gonna trim away the fat. Every big company has on average you have 1k workers. There's probably 100 or 200 that you can trim away because they don't actually serve a good enough purpose. That's just the reality of life. I'm not even mad at that.
For this madness. So yeah, let's get into this. It just feels like this right here is a dangerous precedent. Of course, I feel like in some ways it's going to be great for game development, only in some ways, but at the same time, the biggest worry when you introduce AI tool sets like this is you lose the personality of the game. You know, when you have dialogue that's completely prepared by AI, that can actually threaten the personality, the DNA of the game itself, and you can lose that in transition. So,
I mean, we're gonna get probably smarter dialogues. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get smarter dialogues. Okay? Starfield feels like it was written by an autistic 10-year-old. Or a semi-autistic 5-year-old. You know? It's not good. The evil moments are comically evil. Like they're from the, cartoon called The Mask, if anyone remembers that. And, well, serious decisions don't even exist in this game. It's a joke.
that's also another big worry. And of course, the job loss. That can be absolutely significant. Now, Elias Tofexis, who is mainly known for the role as Adam Jensen in the Deus Ex series, and Sam Coe in Starfield, has tweeted their frustration over Microsoft's announcement, saying, "I've said it for years now. If you want to start a voice acting career, don't bother." The actor continues, "All those jobs of nameless background NPCs that gave us all our start in the industry, they're all going away. I'm already bitter."
Good.
Again, just hearing him say that is gut-wrenching, because at a certain level with voice acting and basically any career path, you have to have a starting point. You have to start somewhere.
Oh, by the way, this is happening. Hollywood, this is happening in the game industry. You know why it's happening? It's not because AI is gonna be made and it's gonna be cheaper than all of these it's because all of these writers, voice actors, and whatnot, they're trash. They just do a bad job. Okay? That's why they're being replaced with AI. Chances are, in the future, if you're really good at what you do, you're not being replaced by AI. Well, maybe someday you will. Probably at some point, honestly. And that's when we start to actually burn everything to the ground. Because I, for one, refuse to just lay at home, do nothing for 24 hours. I will introduce my head to the business end of a force multiplier if that ever has to happen to me, okay? I'm not a woman that can just lay on the beach for 16 hours a day and just write hashtag blessed on TikTok. No, wait, also TikTok probably, but on Instagram, okay? I can't live a life as meaningless as that. I'm a man. I want meaning, okay? That's when we start right. But all these voice actors and shitty writers, they're not human anyway. They're as NPC already as it gets. They're not gonna care. So why bother caring about them?
Usually as an intern, or in this case, as like some random NPC, and then work your way up. Now that we're going to have AI-driven dialogue and AI-driven voiced characters, that's going to be a huge void for people that are trying to make their way into this industry. And what you're going to be left with is essentially a couple of voice actors that rule the entire space, and that is once again deeply concerning. And I have to also bring up Elder Scrolls 6. I really, really hope Microsoft and Bethesda are super careful about implementing this AI technology in Elder Scrolls 6, because once people pick up on it, I guarantee you this, there will be huge backlash from the community.
No, people are going to be happy. Maybe a couple of Bethesda fanboys are going to be, oh no, my favorite shitty, useless voice actor that fails every line is not in Elder Scrolls 6. I'm so sad. Boycott Bethesda. No, they're never boycotting Bethesda, okay? That's the thing about Bethesda fanboys. They are incapable of doing it. They feel physical pain when they think badly about Bethesda. That's how the world just functions. But, oh man, wait until the masses actually realize that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be running on the same engine as this absolute masterpiece of garbage right here called Starfield. Wait until the majority of people realize that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be fundamentally created on the same rotten building blocks as Starfield. Yeah. I'm already constantly, by the way, getting comments when I mention this. Oh, wait. Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be made on the same engine as Starfield? That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, that is bad.
If they find out that half the NPCs in Elder Scrolls 6 are going to be driven by AI dialogue, AI voice work, that sort of thing, that will be deeply concerning. And again, I personally think the big worry also is it's going to strip the personality of the game, the personality of the people creating the games, because you can feel that.
I haven't felt a single smidge of character from a single NPC in Starfield. I mean, all the companions you can have are blatantly the same. They're good. It doesn't matter if they're ex-pirates, but they're still pissed when you shoot someone. Just give me a break, okay? Stealing, bad. There's never a reason to steal. Right? They're all the same. If there's a personality in this game, it's spread so thin amongst every single character that they're all the same, okay? It's bad.
With like Skyrim, the personality of the creators coming through the game. So yeah, that's another deep worry right there. Now, we got to talk about the modding scene, because check it out right here. It says Starfield group fixing Bethesda's bugs say their job is tough as mods feel like an afterthought. The only reason we can mod it already is because we've
Shut up, you losers. You should be happy that you even get to mod this game. Be happy Bethesda doesn't ask you for payment for creating free mods. Do they not understand the absolute privilege that Bethesda has granted them? Free labor for Bethesda. It's like a dream come true. How dare you? How dare you say bad things about this? Bethesda should have made them pay for this, okay?
Mod in other games using the same engine and know what to do. Now, this article comes from Eurogamer.net. Let's get into it right now, shall we? Now, it goes on to say the following right here. I spoke with Timothy Hulgari Baldridge, one of the founders of the Starfield community patch, to find out why the team came together in essence to do Bethesda's work for them, and ask whether they've ever had any contact
Seems about
with
right.
Bethesda. So, yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with the community patch, it's a
Bethesda put them on red. That pretty much sums it up. Bethesda just left them on red.
big endeavor. It's pretty cool how they're doing this, by the way, because they want it to be kind of open source in terms of who's getting credit. They want the credit to go to the community because they're requiring you guys to really help them with feedback and that sort of thing. So I really, really admire them for that approach with this mod. But yeah, let's get into what's going on with the modding around Starfield, and we really want to see that creation kit, of course, released. Now, go on to say this.
By the way, if you haven't played Starfield, I'm just gonna tell you one thing about open world games videos. Okay, these are very specifically picked locations where he shows gameplay of. Okay, these are all unique locations. These are handcrafted. You're gonna spend roughly, like, I don't know, 1/20th of the time in these handcrafted locations. Like this part where he shoots this door open. Yeah, that's one location in the game where you're gonna spend roughly 20 minutes. Okay? And every single location that he shows is literally the absolute cream of the crop that Starfield can show, that Starfield has to offer. These are, like, this is just chilling to the next absolute, not level, but dimension, honestly.
Evident from analyzing both the data structures in the provided module files and from decompiling game code that modding capabilities were not a consideration in the development of the game engine up to now.
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna
figure
pause
it
right
out.
there. I just don't even know how that would be possible. You know, that is extremely disappointing to hear. Of course, we are going to be getting Creation Kit support in 2024, but it sure would have been nice to have that right out of the gates. I think that was honestly super important to Starfield. I just thought that was going to be the way it was going to be, given how successful Skyrim has been with the modding scene. So yeah, let's keep going here. Now it goes on to say this can also be inferred from the fact that there has been no quality assurance testing of modding functionality from Bethesda, as various current engine bugs that appear in the context of using mods.
This implies that Bethesda ever does quality assurance to begin with. That's just not true. They, I can't think of a single Bethesda product except Fallout New Vegas, where the Bethesda has probably ever tried to do quality assurance. And you know what's the best part about Fallout New Vegas? It's the best Bethesda game, but ironically, it wasn't actually made by the Bethesda. Okay.
Would have been obvious showstoppers. Any existing modding capabilities appear to be incidental, stemming from the engine's legacy code base and the required work needed in the context to maintain functionality within the confines of editing Starfield.esm using internal versions of CK2. Now, it says Hulgari boils this down to simpler terms for me. It's essentially a hack, like they built this game thinking they would add modding someday, and they haven't actually added it yet. The only reason we can mod it already is because we've modded the other games using the same engine, and we know what to do. But a lot of stuff is really broken compared to other games. Okay.
I mean, why give the modders modding tools? They're gonna mod anyway. Well, Bethesda's not gonna make their job harder, okay? And you're gonna do the job no matter what happens, so hey, it is what it is.
Gary estimates the
And it's
modding scene for the
beautiful.
game won't take off until next year once Bethesda releases official mod tools. Kind of curious to see what happens with that. If the modders will stick around this game, it seems like so far they are extremely passionate about fine-tuning this game, about producing things like the Starfield community patch. So the passion is there. Will that passion survive until, Creation Kit releases in 2024? That's the big question. I think yes. I think that the Bethesda modding community is a very unique bunch and that they are extremely excited for Creation Kit
Definitely
to be releasing
unique.
here in 2024. So yeah, I think Starfield will completely change in 2024 with that sort of support. And again, you're going to see Creation Kit release, and then on top of that, we will be getting an expansion down the road as well. So there is that to consider. But it would be nice, I will say, if Bethesda really worked on communicating more with the modders, because CD Projekt Red more recently has really embraced that, working with a lot of the modders. In fact,
yeah, CD Projekt Red, the difference between them is they kind of try and actually care to a certain degree. Bethesda? Well, we can kind of guess what Bethesda does for caring and whatnot.
they've actually hired a bunch of modders to help with like Cyberpunk 2077, which I just think is really, really cool. It's just so cool to see that sort of thing happen. Now, we also got to talk about this one right here. Shrinking Vasco with one console command is a great quality of life improvement. And look at this shot, little Vasco right here.
Oh.
I love this idea. Let me tell you what, I think this would be great because more recently I've kind of like let go of Vasco as my companion because he can be so annoying when it comes to going through doors and him stopping you from getting around.
Like every companion. It's like every companion's life goal in this game is to just get in front of you when you're trying to shoot and crouch at the same time. It's like it's just their life goal or something.
I feel like he's just too big. So this is like an ingenious solution as long as they like keep his inventory space the same. I mean, come on now. It's just a game. I still want this as kind of like an official option to be like, hey, I would like to shrink Fosco down, please. Thank you very much. Let me know if you guys agree or not. But officially, I don't think that will be like supported by Bethesda, like an official patch that says, oh, you can go into your menu and shrink Fosco down. Although I think it would be a cool option, I gotta say.
No,
and
never.
now it's time to go over your top comments. Let's do this. My most recent video was new update beta.
Top comments. That's where we're gonna end this open world games. You still don't have an outro, do you? Jesus Christ, come on. Make one. It's not hard. Anyway, open world games, boys. One of our favorite sources for everything Starfield related. Never disappoints. What can I honestly say? Anyway, this was Quizzer Sensei, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.